Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be filming a Shop My Stash and I have a really cute purple eye look in mind. But before I start choosing products with you, a portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by Casetify, so a huge thank you to them. Casetify has hundreds of cute but practical phone cases. I was really interested in these mirrored cases because I thought they'd be great for on-the-go makeup touch-ups, as well as to help me position myself when I'm taking selfies and videos using my back camera. I've had Casetify phone cases for years now because I really trust them. I'm very clumsy and I drop my phone constantly, but they make my phone feel secure because they're made with 2 layers of shock absorbing plastic to withstand impact. Also, the raised bezeled edge around the screen and cameras help to protect the glass if I drop it on a flat surface. What I really love about Casetify is how customizable the cases are. Like this one, I got this nice plain one to help me in my content creation, but I added my initials in my favorite color. And they also have a ton of fun accessories, so check out their website, but I chose this cute pearl phone charm. I think it's so cute, but also practical because I don't drop my phone. And they also gave me a discount code to share with you all. You can get 15% off by using the code 15JuliaAdamsMUA. I'll have that up on screen as well as in the description with a link that will automatically apply the discount code. I just wanted to say another quick thank you to Casetify for sponsoring this portion of the video, but now let's get into the makeup look. I have some things pulled out. So I have this Melt Cosmetics palette, a palette from Kaleidos, the purple one, the Lunar Lavender. I have a Shiseido purple liner, this Danessa Myricks purple shifting liner, this Cupid's Arrow from Nabla in this gorgeous lavender shade, and the white matte fluid eye paint from About Face. But let's start picking out my base. So for my foundation, I spotted this one this morning and I realized I've only ever used this once, and then I kind of wrote it off. So I want to see what it acts like now with other products I'm very familiar with. And since that one's very dewy, I'm going to go for this mattifying primer from Smashbox. For concealer, I think this would be a very good match with the Saie foundation. Now moving into powders, I'm going to grab this one for my under eyes. Because I want to give that Saie foundation a good shot, I am going to set my face with the Huda Beauty powder. And there we have it for the first drawer. Moving into here, I think this blush would suit the look very much that I have in mind, the Gucci Beauty blush in the shade Rosy Beige. So since the eyes are going to be heavier, a deeper bronzer would be really nice, and I'm going to be using this one. And what highlighter should I use? Ooh, maybe this one. Let's try this. Moving on to lips. This is kind of my new weird system. With things I want to get more use out of, I just lay it on top. So I might go for this. This might be nice with the blush and the purple eye look, potentially. With purples, I usually like to pair them with cooler pinks, but I feel like I always do that. I might go for like the more creamy, nudie browns, but just in case, if I want some touch of pink, maybe this would be a good option, the Haus Labs pink lip oil. And I'm good for this section, but there's a peek at that. And I believe I just need a mascara. And here lives my mascaras. And let's go for whatever. What's this? Oh, fitting. Do you agree? I think he approves. I'm in the mood to start off with my eyes today. So I'm putting on some of the Rare Beauty eye primer. And I'm going to start with this Shiseido Micro Liner Ink in the shade 09 Violet. And look at this, it's super, super micro. You can see that I have some purple staining. I did practice this look last night. So I'm going to put this in my inner corner. And I'm going to do the same to the bottom. I recently did this kind of an eye look in the video where I used products I hit pan on, but I mentioned I wanted to see what this looked like with colorful shadows, and many of you voted on purple, so here it is. I'm not going to do like the graphic liner. I think I just want to kind of concentrate it around my eye, and I'm doing the outer corner as well, but I'm leaving the center blank. And I'm also going to use this in my waterline, which I will say this liner isn't the best for that. I feel like it takes quite a few swipes to get it to go on, but it eventually goes. And I'm just holding my lid here just so that it doesn't stretch too much, but I'm also putting it on my outer corner. and smudging that right away to help there from being any harshness. Okay, so here's the base of our look. I'm now going to grab this Claydo's Lunar Lavender palette. So I'm first taking that lighter lavender shade, and this is going to go in the crease. And switching to a smaller brush, I first used this Eye Naughty Sweeper brush from Huda for this job, and now I'm taking this BK Beauty 211 brush, and I'm taking that same purple just to lay down in the inner corner first. When it comes to halo eyes, I always like the inner corner to be a bit softer, or else I find it brings my eyes too close together in a way. Now I'm dipping into the darker purple here, and I'm going to pat that on my outer. And I'm also going to start shaping my eye a little bit more too. I'm going for like a soft V shape here. I just want it to be nice and blended though, not super sharp. I'm now jumping into this palette from Melt, and they have some really good dark purples in this one. I'm just going to be using this shade right here, and I'm taking that on that same BK Beauty 211 brush. And I'm going to pat it on top of that liner we laid down. I just wanted this to be concentrated in the area where I would do a winged liner. And with a little brush, this is a Glisten F1 brush. It's getting rubbed off. And I'm taking that same dark purple, and I'm doing the same on the inner corner here, right up against my lashes. Now I'm taking that same dark purple, and now I'm going to focus on the lower. Ooh, this is hard to do without concealer. I'm actually going to grab some, and I'm using the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer in the shade Light. Getting back into it, I'm adding that dark color. Now I'm taking the lighter two. I'm just going to mix both and then go over top of those details. And then with that smaller BK Beauty brush, I'm taking just the lightest purple, and I'm going to do the contour here, leaving that center blank. Now I'm grabbing my Cupid's Arrow from Nabla in the shade Lavender, and I'm going to put this in the center to give that intense highlight. And I'm blending that with a brush. This is just a flat Melt Cosmetics brush. I don't know the number yet because I just want to blend this out before it sets. And because that's not bright enough for me, I'm going to implement some of the About Face Fluid Eye Paint in white. And I'm going to do the same for the lower portion. And for this, I'm just using the white. I don't think I need to go in with the Nabla one because I think some of the purple from every side here is going to leach in and just look purple. Yeah. And then for an inner corner highlight, I thought it would be fun to use this Danessa Myricks Lilac Quartz eyeliner. It's one of those fun shifty ones where it looks completely invisible until the light hits it. Could be cool. It was cool until a chunk tried to blind me. Oh my god, it's so chunky. Did this dry out? I haven't used this in a hot second, so I think the top portion kind of dried out. And I'm also going to take this on the lower part because that looks really cool layered on top of the darker purples and the lighter purples. It just adds a little sheen. And yeah, I feel happy with that. I'm just going to repeat it. And now I'm going in with the Saie mascara, and I'm trying to build this one up, and it's looking good. And here are the eyes, so intense. So now let's move on to the base. I'm excited to see how this comes together because I feel like my eyes are popping out of my head. So to start my base, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer. So I've been trying this out off camera and I actually really like it. I think it's going to be awesome in the summer, especially for those of us with oily skin types. I forgot to put my nose ring in. That's okay. Oh, the weirdest thing happened yesterday. The reason why I took out my nose ring is I had a zit on the inside of my nose. Never had that before. Really odd and very painful. How'd that even happen? But I think this will go well with the Saie foundation because it's a little bit glowy for my skin type. But speaking of, now let's go into the Saie foundation, and I'm using the shade 6. I have to wipe this off. It's looking so bad on top of this primer. And the pilling, not good. But while I was applying this, I remembered that they wanted you to press this into your skincare or even on bare skin. So that was my bad. It looks so bad. Okay, this is round 2. Let's see how this goes now. I tried my best, you guys. This still looks like ass. I'm just going to apply something I like because I really love my eyes. I'm not about to hate my base. That was an interesting foundation adventure. Sorry guys, but I ended up going with the Estée Lauder Double Wear and I used the shade 2N1 Desert Beige. And honestly, it's still not looking great. Maybe my skin's just being weird. I don't know. I wiped it off too many times. I think my skin is a little irritated. Let's proceed. So now I'm going to take my Pat McGrath under eye powder and I'm going to take it on a Huda Beauty little poof. And I did apply a little bit more NYX concealer while I was doing my base. Wow, that looks stunning. Oh my god, why did I ignore this powder for so long? So soft. Whoa, that's insane. Expect to see that a lot more now. Now I'm taking my Huda Beauty one to set the rest of my skin because I do have powder bronzers and powder blushes to go in with. I'm just dodging the area where I'm going to be applying that Saie highlighter. So now for bronzer, I chose the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer, and I have the shade 300 Light Medium. And I'm going to have to try to find a dupe for this brush because I believe it was discontinued, but this is the Moda Blending Fan. That happens to all my favorite brushes. I have a curse. I get so many requests to do like a favorite brush video, and I do want to do them, but it's not very helpful when most of the things are discontinued. So that's why there hasn't been one in years. Ugh, I do not like my skin today. What is happening, you guys? Is it just one of those days? Maybe blush will turn it around. Fingers crossed. But taking a little bit of my Saie highlighter, this is the Reformation highlighter in the shade Ref Rose. And now I'm using the Gucci Beauty blush in the shade 05 Rosy Beige. This is such a nice blush. I feel like it could pull a little beigey, a little pink, a little mauve. It's just one of those suits everything blushes and they're so handy to have. I don't know what it is. I just feel like my skin looks dull today. So after this, I'm going to go scrub 6 layers of my skin off. It's brow time, so please enjoy the brow intermission. I'm going to put on a little bit of setting spray and I'm using my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. I think that's making my skin look a lot better. All the products are starting to meld together. As I was doing my brows, I started to become a little bit more kind on the condition of my skin. It's looking good. It's looking good again. I'm going to be completely honest though, every time I look over, this blush is taunting me. I think I'm going to do it. Just a little bit. Taking it on that same brush as the Gucci Beauty blush. That's a better tone. Now I'm going to do my little trick there to see what gloss I want to go in with. So this is Victoria Beckham Tan Line, which would be so cute for a bronzy look, but not this one. I think it's going to be a combo using the Haus Labs. I didn't even end up doing my trick. I just know the Haus Labs is going to work out better. So I'm going to line my lips with the Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Worthy. I feel like that's a good tone to bring in that blush color. And then the pink tint from this, I think will balance out a few things. Let's see. And this is the Haus Labs lip oil in the shade Tint. And here's the look. It turned out really well. There was some rocky points, but we made it on the other side. What do you guys think of these eyes? I just love this eye shape so much. It's so fun to have that intense highlight throughout the entire eye. I love it. And before I head out, I wanted to say another huge thank you to Casetify for sponsoring a portion of today's video. You can use my code 15JuliaAdamsMUA to get 15% off your order. I'll have the link that automatically applies the discount code for you in the description down below. That is all for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll make sure to link all of these things in the description down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!